back, and I'm so excited to have another video for you guys. I know that there are many of you who know exactly why I've been missing in action here on my YouTube channel and my blog. If you are a subscriber to my newsletter or you follow me on my Serene Stamper channel, then you're in the loop. I think many of you know from maybe my previous video I mentioned that I do kind of send out different updates through my my emails. But for those of you who aren't subscribed, and if you don't follow me on my Serene Stamper Facebook page, which make sure you go subscribe to both those things, there's been a lot going on the last little while, which is why I have been missing in action. What a crazy time, you guys. And I'm gonna try not to get choked up while I do this video. So a lot of you already know that my beautiful 14-year-old dog Rosie May passed away end of July, which was very, very hard. I'm still missing her terribly, and I know that so many of you have fur babies at home, and you can completely relate to what a part of the family they are, and mine are very much my world. And so that has been really tough. And then I started cooking for the tuna charters, which I do all the catering for every fall. And so that has been really, really busy, as it is every year. And so the beginning of September, I was in full cooking mode, not to mention canning and dealing with the garden and stuff like that. But I've been cooking every day for our giant bluefin tuna charters, which my husband's sister and brother-in-law run. So if you're ever looking to go fishing for giant tuna, we're talking like 600 pounds up to like 1,000. Check out giant bluefin tuna fish charters. Also, Cooper was my other dog was very depressed after Rosie passed. Cooper's 11, so he's always had Rosie May with him since we brought Cooper home as a puppy, both rescue dogs, and he was pretty depressed, as was I. But what I didn't understand is he was also starting to be in some pain, and it progressed, and by, I'm gonna say maybe the second week of September, I knew something was really wrong. And so we had started taking him to our vet in Cape Breton. She's a wonderful family vet, and trying to figure out what's happening. Fast forward, and it turns out he had an issue with one of his discs. We actually, in his spine, of course. So we had to rush him to Prince Edward Island, where they had the MRI and the equipment and the doctors that we needed to take care of him. And so, yeah, so about 2 weeks ago, we took Cooper to Prince Edward Island. We got there about 1:30 in the morning, and we were there until 4 in the morning, and they assessed him, and we just had to make sure we could go ahead with the surgery once they did all his tests and everything. And we found out the next morning he could have surgery, and that it had a high success rate. So what had happened is between one of his vertebrae and his discs, it ruptured, and that portion had to be removed, and it was quite a large area. The second largest disc they had to remove at the pet hospital in PEI. So he had the surgery, and we were in PEI almost a week, and we got home. I don't even know what day it is. I'm gonna say we got home last weekend or last week. And he's doing better. After his surgery, he had no movement from his midsection back, so basically paralyzed, his back legs and everything, which our doctor did say that's normal for this type of surgery, and eventually that would come back. And so his right leg is starting to move, his left leg a little bit, and he's starting to put strength on the back legs, which is really good. And the other thing that we have to help him recover from, not just physically, but also psychologically, with all his anxiety and fear and pain that he's gone through, we have to let him know he's not in pain anymore and he's fine. And so we're doing that with lots of TLC and assurance. So yeah, Brian built a ramp for Cooper as soon as we got back, the day we got back, and He should have a full recovery. We've got his beds set up in the living room and the sunroom. He's underneath my desk right now sleeping because I'm like, how am I going to keep an eye on him while I'm trying to get caught up on Stampin' Up work? I'm like, I know. I'll set him up underneath the desk. So I'll make sure to take a picture of that and insert it. My little baby. He's so cute. He's snoring away. And yeah, and as soon as we got back from PEI, the very first day, I was right back to cooking for the charters. So I will be cooking for the charters until October 11th. I think there's only a couple days. There's no charters booked. So between that and canning, it's still very busy time. But I'm also missing my stamping. I'm missing sharing projects with you guys and tutorials and videos and inspiration. And I don't know about you guys, but if I'm not, I have so many hobbies. I love stamping, but I also love knitting and crocheting and painting and all the things, right? But stamping is the one craft that if I don't do it for a week or two, I'm really, really missing it. I just find it so therapeutic and so relaxing, and just I need that. So I am going to make something for you guys. I haven't quite decided yet. I wanted to get my introduction done for you guys, and then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to make, but I just thought I'm going to put the camera on while I'm creating and share it with you guys. I had planned on making, I actually have quite a few projects that I had planned videos around using different embossing folders and different techniques and different techniques with dies. So they're coming, but today I think I'm just going to keep it simple and just do some fun stamping and bring you along with me, and I hope you enjoy it. And I also wanted to create this video to give you all an update on where I've been. I think this is the longest I've ever gone between doing videos. So that's what's happened. And I also, before I end my rambling, I want to, this is where I'm going to get choked up, but I want to thank all of you who sent me emails. I knew I was going to need a prayer circle around Cooper because it was hard for me to find the strength after all the heartbreak of losing Rosie, and then to go through this with Cooper. We weren't sure what was going to happen. We weren't sure if he had cancer. We weren't sure if he had a tumor. We weren't sure if the surgery was going to be a 5% success rate or a 40 or 50% success rate. We weren't sure if we were bringing him home from PEI. So we went through a lot. And the fact that we've got him at home, my heart is so full of gratitude. I just could stare at him for hours and just kiss him for hours. And I truly believe that the power of prayer from all our friends and family and from so many of you is just the reason why we have him. Period. Dot. Is from the power of prayer. And I knew I was going to need a prayer circle. I don't know how much of this I'm going to edit out, but I'm going to keep it real. And I just want to tell you that the emails that came in from everybody when I sent out my emails to let you guys know what was going on and how I was going to have to put my Stampin' Up a bit on the back burner while we took care of Cooper and were away in Prince Edward Island. The prayers and the support and the love that I received is unbelievable. And I'm still getting updates from people today even. How's Cooper? Looking for an update. And when I send out the updates, so many of you are like, I've been thinking about him and continuing to keep him in my prayers. And I just want you guys to know that you guys really lifted me up when I really needed that support. And I've heard from people from Australia, from Texas, from all around the world, and it's all because of my stamping and our shared love of paper crafting and stamping that you guys are in my world. And I can't even tell you how grateful I am for each and every one of you. So thank you, thank you. Okay, so I knew I was going to get choked up, but I really want you guys to know how much I appreciate all of you guys, because we all know the power of prayer and positive thoughts is huge. So thank you for that. All right, so enough of the tears. Let's have some fun and let's make some cards together. I decided to pull out my Buy Your Side kit, which I've been waiting for this to come back in stock forever, and I thought, you know what, I want to do a pet themed pet themed cards for this video. I figured it was only fitting. And so we've got a couple cute cat cards and a couple cute doggy card designs. So I'm gonna put a couple together just as they are in the kit. But when I was looking at the pictures of the cards, so let me just show you this. These two designs right here, see how they have the bigger openings behind the little images? I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to turn those into shaker cards. So let's go ahead and put some of these together first. Now let's see. Okay, so this is cool because you've got your little label that shows the stamps that come with this kit. So you can see why I had to get this kit. The little kitty prints, the paw prints for the doggies, the bone, the fish, and then the sentiments, which are, you make my heart happy, here's to a true friend, I will always be by your side, and best friends forever. How perfect for my scrapbooking, right? If you're a scrapbooker and you have pets, perfect. There's also a clear block in this kit along with some heart embellishments, a full sheet of Stampin' Dimensionals, then you have your coordinating envelopes. Love the colors in this. And then we have the pop-up die cuts, or not the pop-up, but the die cut pieces. Then our card bases. These kits are so awesome. They're just basically stamp and assemble. So there's my card bases, already done, ready to go. Couple more of the pieces that go on the cards, the labels, and then look, oh my goodness, just adorable, right? Adorable. I'm really looking forward to making these. Okay, so let's go with the first one. And if you've never bought our kits before, they do have the step-by-step directions on the inside. So let's make the first card. This card, I'm going to use this card base, and I need one of these. Ignore my tatty sweater. It's my cozy sweater. It's very much a fall day today here in Nova Scotia. We actually had our first frost warning last night. Oh my goodness, I am not ready for frost, but we just put our air conditioners away for the season, and it's time for me to pull out my sweaters. Okay, let's grab one of these. Okay, so get a good crease on that, and all I'm going to do is stamp a paw. And this kit also comes with a little ink spot. This is Old Olive. I'm just going to use my regular full-size ink pad for this. Okay, so we're going to stamp a little paw right here, and we'll grab one of these envelopes and we'll stamp that here. Okay, dimensionals. Much faster, easier than this, does it? And this is just going to go, oh, I forgot. I need another paw print right here. And this is going to go on a diagonal, like so. And my little doggy here, how cute. I actually am going to buy more of these because I want to send a kit of the cards and envelopes stamped and made to both our family vet as well as the pet hospital in Prince Edward Island. And then I'm going to send the stamps and the ink pad with them, the little ink spot, so if they want to stamp some of their correspondence or anything like that, they can. So I think this is going to be a great gift. This would also be a wonderful kit to use for fundraisers, especially for pet rescues, anything like that. And I'm just following the picture on here, just doing exactly the same thing. And on my label, I'm going to stamp, "You make my heart happy." And it's so cool that this kit comes with the block too, so that when I do send this out as a gift, everybody has them. Okay. Now we're gonna stamp that right there. So sweet. That, you guys, card number 1. So quick and easy and simple. Okay, using the same card base, I'm going to make the next one using the cat. So there are 2 cards done, just as they were designed. So fast and easy. Let's grab a couple of these embellishments. And I'm gonna pop one on here. And one right there. Oh my gosh. Cute, right? So cute. Okay, now it's time for the next design, and these are going to both be landscape. And I'm going to make these also just as designed, but then I'm going to show you a simple way to make these shaker cards. So we need these. We're going to do these both at the same time. So I'm going to use the bigger paw print for this one. And there's one here. And put one right here. If you are ever looking for kits for like 4-H or Sparks or anything like that to do with kids as well, or seniors homes, boy, this kit it's awesome. I love it when I volunteered with our organization's nonprofit for adults with learning and physical and mental disabilities, which my aunt also belongs to back home in Comox. And I loved when I was making cards with them, and our kits just like this were ideal because it was easy for everybody to do. And they were so proud of themselves after they had created their cards. Okay. And a paw print here. So there are the cards, just as they were designed in the kit. So cute. So cute. Now I'm going to show you my variations. So let's start with these ones. Now I am going to use clear envelopes to make my shaker cards. I quite often save the, I have to find them just a second. So I quite often save the packaging that my dimensionals come in and anything like that. And this is a prime example. This little bag that comes with the clear block in the kit is totally usable to make this a shaker card. So I have pulled out some shaky embellishments, you know what I mean, sequins. I'm sleep deprived. So these are all different sequins that Stampin' Up! Has come out with over the years, all different colors, and I really like these colors. But I also want to put some hearts in this. Okay, you know those little hearts that we popped out, right? Those are going to go into my little shaker bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in here, and then I'm gonna just take some sequins. These are loose silver sequins. These are all retired, you guys, but I know we all have retired stuff, so let's use what we've got. So we'll put some of those in, and of course these ones actually coordinate beautifully. I didn't even plan that. I just grabbed what I had. Love that. You gotta love it when that happens. Come on, you. Okay. Let's put a few more in there. And then I have some other ones here. These ones are all in different containers too. They're not necessarily the containers that they came in. But these have some pretty silver ones in there. Let's just pick these loose ones up. Get them in there. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be my little shaker bit. Alrighty, now I don't need this whole big bag, but we'll size it before we trim it. So let's bring this in. Alrighty, so I want to measure this, right? Because it's going to go on like that, and you can see how much bigger that is, right? So I'm going to trim that down. I'm just going to take my scissors. And it's just gonna fit in there really good. I'm just gonna trim that just like so. See? Look at that. All right, before I put that on, I'm gonna take my tear and tape. And I'm gonna put some here. I think I'm only going to put it on the two sides. If you've never seen how to make shaker cards with your clear envelopes before, I'm sure this is a bit of a treat for you because it's just such a quick, easy way to add that little interactive fun to your cards and projects. Okay, I'm going to peel off that backing. Okay. We're just going to put this on, just like so. Then I'm going to take just some plain old Scotch tape and seal this. And probably going to have to trim that up at the top. It's going to go past it. And this is me stamping on the fly again. I just thought when I seen those openings, I'm like, oh my gosh, how perfect for a shaker card. So I'm going to trim off this excess tape. And then look at you guys, shaker card. How fun. Love it. Okay, this is gonna be put on with Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh my gosh, I just love this so much. Okay, stop playing, Tina, and stick it on the card. Oh, and I forgot to stamp this part. All right, let's see if we can stamp it with it on the on those dimensionals. We'll do our best. Let's see. We'll put one here. Oh, did it. I'll try to lift this up and put one here. Here we go. Grab a dimensional for this end and put a little bit of glue on this because this is already popped up, right? So get the glue out, maybe not. Let's do the other end. Oh, there we go. Okay, just a little dab will do ya. So I'm just gonna line it up like that. Okay, look at, oh my gosh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, for the next one, I'll use a clear envelope. Just so you can see how I'm gonna size it down a little bit. So I'm gonna pop these out. And I'm gonna turn these two into shaker cards also. So stand by. I'm on a shaker card kind of roll. Stick those in. I don't know which assortment these were from, if you're wondering. I'm so sorry. They're old. They're so pretty. But the container says iridescent sequence assortment. That may or may not be the truth. Because I do change. If I have an empty container, I'll dump things in them. But that's what's on here. But I really don't know if that's the assortment that these are. But I just cannot get over the color coordination. Like, holy cow, how awesome. See, and like this one says Brights sequins. Well, we both know that's not true. That's not what these are. These were, I think, from a holiday catalog a couple years ago. Some of these in. Oh, somebody's sneezing underneath my desk. Let me check on them. Do you want some water, little guy? Yes? What's that? No. He's just wanting to sleep a little bit more. Yeah, my baby. Okay, back to stamping. You may have noticed Cooper does have a harness on because we need to help support his back end because he still can't walk. His back legs aren't quite working. The right one's starting to work a little bit more than the left. The left one's done a little bit of stretching, which is great. But we've got to wait a little bit longer for those legs to be working like they should. But there's definitely improvement, which is so wonderful. So that harness is awesome. It helps him move his front legs and walk while we help support the back end for him. And he doesn't seem to mind it, which is good. I was worried about that, but it's almost like he doesn't even realize it's on. Okie doke. So, see, this is a little bit bigger than what we need, right? Easy, right? We're just going to trim it up. So let's get those down in the corner, and then we'll just seal it up with the tape. It's almost like the cheat way to make shaker cards. For this one, for decorating it, I want to use my little dog bone. So let me get that stamp. And I probably should have stamped this before I put my little shaker bit on, but that's fine. I like a challenge, right? Let's just slide this over here. And I'm gonna stamp this randomly all over this bit. So I have since realized that one end is longer than the other, I do believe. Let me get my handy dandy ruler. So this is 4 by 3.5, right? So the 4-inch, when you put it this way, if it fits there just a little bit better, right? Versus going that way. Either way, I don't think there's a right or a wrong way, but I'm gonna do it so that the 4-inch is like that. And I am going to get my dimensionals. I kind of have another idea that I want to do, but I'll save that for the next card. That's the thing, right? Once you get rocking and rolling with your cards, don't you find you start getting all these different ideas? Come on, you. We've got a traffic jam confetti in here. Put that hard down. There we go. So, a few minutes ago, oh, I just wrinkled that up. Oh, brother. What did I do? A few minutes ago, Cooper was telling me he needed to get up. So, out we go outside. He's got his harness on. And I'm supporting the back end that he hasn't really been able to walk, right? Until a few minutes ago. You guys, he's decided he wants to walk on his back legs, and I just wasn't expecting that so fast. And so out we go outside, and we've got the ramp that my husband built for him. And as he's going down the ramp, the little guy is just going along. His little front legs are just go, 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 go. And I'm barely holding up the back end, and he's putting all his weight on his back feet. Like, this is the first time this has happened since his surgery. And I don't know if he just got overconfident or what the heck, but he decided he wanted to jump off the ramp. Let's just let that sink in for a minute. Yeah, so I quickly grabbed him from the back end and kind of did a body check from his front end to get him back on the ramp before he jumped, and he promptly lied down right away, like a little bark. I think we both scared each other. It's almost like he's like, oh wait, I can't do that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you can't do that. Yeah, so my little guy is rocking and rolling, and we are now going to have to get his pen set up that we had when him and Rosie were puppies, so he doesn't start wandering around when he shouldn't be, and just really keep an eye on him, get some railings put up and what have you. But guys, I am shaking like a leaf, because if he had jumped, I don't even have to tell you how bad that would have been. So he's in the sunroom right now barking at me because he's not with me right now, because I got him back in on his bed in the sunroom, and he went, well, first he wanted to play with his toys, then I gave him a treat, and then he kind of started lying down, but now he hears me and he wants to be in here. Idea for this one, I'm going to take this die, which is from the Greetings of the Seasons dies, and I'm going to run it through my machine just like so. For this one, I don't know, hopefully you can see, but there are serrated lines on here. I'm going to cut those with my scissors. Try to do a straight line. You know what? I'm going to use my trimmer. It's not perfect, but it will be fine. There. Okay, so now I have my border piece and I have this piece. And my blade is getting dull on that trimmer. I meant to grab the new trimmer, but I didn't. Well, it's not new, but I was using my really old trimmer. But that's fine. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna focus on this one first. So let me get my little, I'm just gonna use some clear envelopes. And I'll get my shaker pieces in them. And a piece of scrap Calypso coral, and I'm just gonna punch out some hearts with my bee builder punch. And I'm not gonna use the bigger hearts. I'm just gonna save those and use the smaller hearts. I'm gonna put 2 in each one. I'm going to do entirely different, and I have no idea how this is going to work. Stamping on the fly, guys. So you can see I just put glue right behind this little guy. I'm just going to position him so that I don't hide my hearts. This is the piece that I trimmed, right? The piece that I trimmed the square bit around right here. Cooper is not happy that he's in the sunroom and not in my stamp room with me. Okay, so this is this piece. So I want to make sure that that's glued on there good. And I'm going to take this piece and try to get all of the sequins kind of in the middle. Start with one side. Listen to him. Not a happy camper. Wants to be with mom. So I'm just going to fold that over. Okay, then I'm going to fold this side over. Just showing you some variations on ways you can make easy peasy shaker cards. Now, of course, you can make shaker cards using our window sheets. There's so many awesome ways you can make shaker cards, but this is just a quick, cheat way. Whoops, that was way too much tape. And I've also kinked that, but that's okay because I'm going to use dimensionals to put this onto my card front. Okay, let's get all those down, and then I'm going to trim this up. I guess I actually could have put this on as well first, trimmed it, and then put in my confetti, but that's fine. It's going to work just fine. Shaker element. I have a lot of stuff in that one, but that's okay. It's pretty cute. This to kind of pop out like so. And you know what? I think I'm going to emboss this just for a little texture. I have this new embossing folder. I love it. It's like a quilting embossing folder. I forget the technical term for it, but I'm just going to run this through just to add a little something something around the edges. So you can see the texture that I've got from that embossing folder, just to add a little something something. And you can see how my blade wasn't very sharp on this, but that's okay because that's going to be hard to see once I put my little shaker bit on top of this. There he is, all propped up and looking cute like. Looks like the little kitty is lying in all that confetti. Okay, and I am going to stamp Best Friends Forever. And we'll put a little fish on there. Fun, different way to add some interactive bling. And I'm going to save this for other cards that I'll be making with this stamp set. So let me show you all the cards that I made. Here are the original cards using the original designs in the kit. Right, super cute. And then where I just kicked them up a notch by making cute little shaker elements. And then this one I added the extra window with the die, so you see it through the hearts as well as that fun die. And then this one completely different, just by showing you how you can actually take your envelope and wrap it right around. Cooper is going to adamantly talk to me until I go hang out with him. But I want to show you what's left over. I still have the dogs and cat cutouts. I still have these punch outs, and I have some labels. I have the piece that I die cut and the heart. So I am going to be able to make a lot more cards using this super great stamp set. And then of course the coordinating stamps, or the coordinating envelopes, which I'll finish stamping. And I just can't wait to pass these out to my friends. And today I actually bought 2 more of these kits so that I can send them out to my family vet and the hospital in PEI, where they took such good care of Cooper. So on that note, my friends, I gotta go and give my doggy some lovin's. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Take care and happy stamping. Oh my goodness, you are? Okay, careful. All right, careful. Oh my, cool, easy boy. Easy. Oh my goodness. Take your time. Oh, it's a happy boy. It's a happy boy. Did you standing up on your own? My goodness. You're a superstar. You're a superstar. Where are you going? Come this way. Yes, my baby, aren't you? Yes, you're happy daddy's home. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. Yes. You happy daddy? Yes. Good boy. Careful. Easy. Good boy. Wanna lie down out here for a bit? Yes. Oh my goodness, let's get your pillow. Yes, just wait. What's this? Is it your pillow? Yes. Is it your pillow?